Joining me today in Small Business Matters is Todd Allen, somebody I hold in the highest regard. He's quarterbacked some of the biggest marketing campaigns, not just in Canada, but globally. He's got his hands on some extraordinary brands, Budweiser, Labatt Blue, Stella Artois. Thanks for joining me, Todd.
Thanks for having me, Tony.
Listen, I know I was talking about your highlight reel, but I have to be honest in saying what you've been doing recently. First of all, with Budweiser and the Red Cross, corporate Labatt with the sanitizers, and now Rally for Restaurants. I have to imagine as you start thinking about your career, it's a lot less about the trophies you won for great consumer engagement and much more you're doing in terms of how you're using your brand and your voice to make a difference during these crazy times.
Yeah, absolutely. As you know, Labatt's been in operation in Canada for over 170 years, and the communities that we operate in are critical to our business. So in moments like this is where we want to step up, do what we can, play our role, help our communities in need. That's like when we shifted production from brewing beer to producing hand sanitizer. To help obviously all the employees on the front line, Food Banks Canada, partners in the LCBO and the beer store. Budweiser, we redirected, $500,000 of our previously planned sports investments to help support the Canadian Red Cross and their initiatives to fight the COVID pandemic. And then more recently, what we're going to chat about is Rally for Restaurants, which is an initiative by Stella Artois to really help the restaurant, bar, and pub industry going forward. We can get into the details.
So I want to talk about the restaurant industry because you and I are very attached to it in different ways. And it is really the oxygen of our main streets. It's where people leave Facebook, go to face, they enjoy a cold beverage at their local pub. I mean, it's got the energy, it's everything, but it's probably been the hardest hit sector because almost immediately it was shut down. And we're talking about, well over 1 million Canadians employed in it. So what are you doing to kind of stand up for it and say, hey, even if it's shut today, we can still make a difference?
Yeah, well, you mentioned it's been one of the hardest hit sectors by the COVID pandemic. Restaurants Canada came out and said already 800,000 jobs have been lost in Canada, and probably more alarmingly, 1 in 10 Canadian restaurants have already permanently closed, and that's only going to get worse if we don't step up. And as you said, restaurants, pubs, bar, they're the social fabric of our communities. They bring us together over a beer, over a meal. So that's why we wanted to help as much as we could. So we launched Rally for Restaurants. And essentially what it is a gift card program that you can purchase a gift card to your favorite local spot. And that helps them get immediate financial relief now. And Stella Artois is matching $10 for every gift card that we sell. And it's open to any Canadian restaurant, bar, pub across the country. You just need to sign up at rallyforrestaurants.ca. It's the same site for consumers that go. You can filter by province, by city, pick your favorite local spot and help them with much needed financial relief right now.
So I got to ask you a sensitive question because it comes to, I know that a lot of pubs are sort of, they're Labatt friendly or they're competitive friendly. Do you care in this issue?
No, it's open to absolutely anyone across Canada. The gift card's available for whatever you want to purchase. You can use it now for takeout for those restaurants that are open too, for food, for drink, whatever you want. And then ideally when everyone opens back up, we can help with the much needed return to these bars, restaurants, and pubs in the future.
I'm talking to Todd Allen, VP of Labatt. They're doing, this is a triple play in the last month in terms of corporate social responsibility. So now I want to pivot because I love what you're doing with Rally for Restaurants. And I love the fact the entire industry is coming together. Restaurant Canada with Takeout Tuesday. Paul Means, like this one-man Order of Canada marching band, what he's doing up in Vancouver. But is corporate social responsibility, is this higher purpose for branding, is this going to be the way going forward for brands that they're going to say, we have a voice, we have marketing dollars. Yes, we want to sell our product, but maybe this, by going to a higher ground, it's something that's a win-win situation for all involved.
Absolutely. I don't think this was the what we had to be doing before this happened, Tony. This is, brands with purpose. Our role as a category and as Labatt is to bring people together for a better world, and that's ingrained in our DNA. And I think it's only going to become even more important now, not only for the corporate brand but for all of our brands going forward. And we've been working on this for a number of years, but I think it's only going to be more important now. to have purpose, to help your communities, to bring meaning to people's lives. That's what we're meant to do, and we've been doing it for over 170 years with Labatt. And I think about all the great initiatives from Budweiser. We're now 100% brewed with renewable electricity. We have our One Team campaign with the Red Cross now. I can name a lot of different programs we're doing, but you're absolutely right. It's going to be the new normal going forward.
So I'm talking with Todd Allen. Three things I learned today talking to you. First of all, Todd, I'm a huge fan, but you're just taking your game to a different level, because now it's not about rock star experiences and engagement and making my brand stand out. You say, I couldn't care what beer you sell. First and foremost, let's get behind our restaurants. So if you're listening to this, rally for restaurants, buy a gift card, take advantage of your restaurant in the local community, because we can do a lot to keep them going. Second thing is that you're going to be one of the leaders coming out of this in terms of Canadian marketing that says this isn't just about importing international campaigns anymore. It's about our community, our fabric. And the third thing I love about it is just your presence, Todd. Thank you so much for joining me on a Sunday, taking the time, speaking about small business matters and Rally for Restaurants.
Yeah, well, thank you, Tony. Thank you for what you're doing to bring awareness for small businesses across the country. As you said, they're the lifeblood of our economy. They're the lifeblood of our communities. They bring us together. So thank you to what you're doing as well.
Beautiful. Thanks.